So this is Lumki Matsidiso and is dating a lady called Duki. He wants to leave her because she doesn't listen to him anymore and has lost all respect for him. They first met at a funeral in Hopstad and met later again at a funeral. Lumki was at a tavern with his friends that Duki also happened to be in. So he called her to come and sit with him and his friends, but she kept refusing until he got up and go and convince her to come and sit with them. She looked beautiful and he immediately liked her. She was a nice, slender, and everything Lumki loves in a woman. So he asked for her number, which she gave them to him. The only problem was that she lived in Bloemfontein and was only in Hopstad for a visit. They kept in touch with a phone until a month later when she moved to Bloemfontein and started dating. They fell in love and were happy for some time. He loved her because she would listen to him, she would cook, and do everything else he ever asked for. When it comes to bedroom matters, she was always up to please him and never told him she was tired. Vicky started having alcohol problems. She was now not just drinking a weekend, but during the week too. She would try to hide that she's drinking, but when they got to bed, they would get so close to a point where Lumki would also notice. After he found out, she started drinking openly and would drink from 6 in the morning to 8 in the evening at times. When they were both unemployed, Lumki's friends would come home and fetch him to go and have a drink, which Luduki would always crash whenever it happened. So Lumki's friends would end up buying alcohol for both Lumki and Duki. When Duki is drunk, she always fights, she swears, she even stops cooking around the house. She gets up every morning and go and drink and leave Lumki in bed. She would beat him in the streets, and now Lumki has become a laughing stock in the township. Some things has been bewitched because he allows his wife, or girlfriend rather, to beat him. She once hit him with a crate on the eye when she found him dancing with another woman. So he couldn't see for some time. They're always fighting that he has stabbed her twice with a knife. So he has a broken rib now. So whenever he uses a lot of energy, he runs out of breath, and that's when Duki takes advantage of him and overpowers him. So for his defense, he always has a knife on him for just in case if she starts something. The reason they always fight so much is that Duki blames Lumki for the problem that she's having with her husband, or rather, ex-husband. So both Duki and Lumki had other people when they met, right? So I know it is getting a little bit confusing, but let me lay it out for you. So Lumki had a woman when he met Duki. The lady that he was in a relationship with when he met Duki got a job in Johannesburg and moved there. This left Lumki alone, and that's when he found Duki. They later rekindled their love, but now the woman had someone else in her life too. So Lumki lives with this woman during the month when the husband is at work in Bloemfontein, and leaves and go back to Duki during month end when the husband comes back. So another reason Duki and Lumki fight so much is because of this woman in Johannesburg. Both of these women are older than him, right? They're both older than Lumki and give him everything he wants. Both these women fight for his attention, they give him money, and this has made him so lazy because this guy right here, guys, he doesn't want to work anymore. He doesn't feel like he's worth working. He's always liked older women, but he was always shy to ask them out until he was around over 20 and could enter the tavern by himself and ask them out. So he said this trick is that he observes them. He doesn't just approach anyone. He has to look at you, how you're dressed, what you have on your fingers, and all those kind of stuff. So if he feels like you have money, like Duki, for instance, when they met, she had a ring on her finger. And he said he saw that and thought, yeah, she has money and this is actually someone I can talk to and will give me money. So Lumki and Duki fight so much that the police are called at times. She doesn't want to give him money and doesn't do anything anymore. She doesn't buy him clothes anymore, and when she cooks food, she only eats alone. Lumki has had enough of Duki and he's saying, Seng'khathele bakit. So I think this is what also Lerato also think that so just because Duki is not working anymore now, she doesn't give him money, or let's say she doesn't have money to give him. So this means that whatever she was giving him is not there anymore. This means Duki is not saving any of Lumki's needs anymore, or whatever she was doing it for, she's not doing it anymore. And now she's not of any use to Lumki anymore because he can't get anything from her. It's just problems, if we can put it that way. So Lumki is tired and doesn't want anything to do with her anymore. This is Duki. Duki doesn't know that Lumki wants to leave her. When she met him, she thought he was nice, and what attracted her to him was his body and his face. When they spoke, she was convinced that he is someone she could have a family with and spend her life with. She was married when they met, and Lumki is the reason for her divorce. So she started having problems with her husband because of Lumki. When she told him that her husband has left her, Lumki said she could come and move in with him and start a life together. Problems started when she fell pregnant and had a miscarriage. After that, she realized Lumki didn't love her the same way he did in the beginning. He started beating her, hitting her with chains, and stabbing her. Another problem she has with Lumki is that he is seeing so many women, not just one, so many women. Sometimes he wakes up and leaves her sleeping and then go and fetch one of his girlfriends and comes back home and kick Duki out. But she accepts everything because she loves him. But yeah, there is no love there, as we can see. So let's hear the confrontation.
What's about? Obuhlungu kata motho Lumki. Obuhlungu.
Ngata lo lwanza tswana la fela Lumki. Wa yo te go gona mplela bya lo go dikwala na mo.
Lumki, again we don't get it.
Mara wa go mplela go jo mplela o ka mpola lo mpola. O tsama te dikwala na mo, ma go batla lo lwanza te dikwala na mo. Ene mo buo fo kwala na mo ya we le ntao betsa le rona. Tsantse ke ke sa mfi go go golo go lwanza. Ke lona le gato le tsantse re bua ngapa.
What's on it? Akurati. Ke mo khala mpelo tlhoko. O tla ka ditipa, o mpetsa ka kapsa bole. Ke sa tshwarisi.
Ma ga le go betsa. Ka fona ile ona ire ga ona tshwarwa. Ba le tsantse go le go ene diwe. Ba ngata kana go ka fonga te lona ba nsha.
Okay. Oh. Pointe ke le go yone ke. Ke ao. Ke ta dutse ke phita ngaka. Ke o ga. Ke o. Ka ba ke khoma ka mangwe. Ke tse go gatana. Ka pelo ka ofe. Last chance.
O go plela tse ka du.
O tsa ke a ke gane mokide. A ke gane ona ke plela chance tse kae. A ke gane.
O totele tsela go. O totele tse fojana go fele.
Ya December.
Ya December o tla ka December le fande.
O totao.
Wa no ka December. Ba itse ba ke re. E tlo ba hape mfa fo wa lona le. O tlo tsala.
Ona da tla isa ke le go gae.
Ga ndo fa tshetse a o ta ba fela o mfo.
Ke lo talo jela December go gae. Lengwele o enjoy le a tswa le monana. O kana go khwasa go o itlo kana.
Ka se monana na ke tle na ke iplela fo gae. Olega. Kisha. Mama mi lo.